Bonjour, bonsoir, dear friends. JCB Live, wine style.
I love it.
With my friend Rafa, we're in the kitchen again. And today, dear friends, as we have a wonderful toast with you, we're going to toast to life preservation. And why that? Because we're drinking first and foremost a wonderful Burgundy from Les Ursulines, a Pinot Noir made by a very good friend Grégory Patria in Burgundy. And this is really the iconic benchmark of what we have to offer with the Jean-Claude Boisset winery. And we purposely chose this wine because it's about preservation. You all know screw cap play a big role to basically stop the evolution of wine and keep it fresh, crisp, and what it should be. We are going to do the same with preservation. As you know, you cultivate a lot of vegetables, fruits, and everything in the garden during a certain amount of time during the season. And it gets very busy. You have a lot of things in the kitchen. You cannot eat it all. So you say, I'm going to can it. I'm going to keep it for the fall and for the winter season. This is what we're going to show you today. And this is a very historical technique. Remember, Napoleon, again, 18th century, back in 1795, was going on all those battles around Europe and around the world. And he wanted to feed fresh and beautiful produce coming from the French gardens. So he created a contest that several men won on how to can and preserve fruit and vegetables. And they really succeeded. And they started in 1795, but it was no later than 15 years later, a gentleman named Nicolas Appert, a Frenchman, who really succeeded the heat system to can a jar and wax it and be able to preserve the jar. And this is very exciting to know because obviously it's got perfected over time then with Pasteur, and then the English brought some wonderful contribution too. But I'm so glad again that the French had a little bit to do with it because they started this idea. I love in our kitchen at Raymond, as well as at our homes, to have all different kinds of cans, whether it's pickles, whether it's cucumber, whether it's tomatoes, whether it's fruits,
yes.
To have amazing things to last the whole year till the next harvest. So Rafael, why don't you show us the techniques and how we're going to can all those wonderful produce that are coming from the garden.
Well, thank you. So I'll take it from here. So today we're going to be making of canning, just like Jean-Claude explained. So I'm going to use this jar. I'm going to do a one of it with mentally, which is just a mix of. I'm going to do a jalapeno, some haricot and some peppers. And I'm going to put a couple carrots in there just for color. And I'm going to do some nice spices. I'm going to do fennel seeds, pink peppercorn, and dry mustard. So it's going to be delicious. The second one I make is going to be pickled dill, the dill pickles. So this one is, everything is so simple. You just bring your water up to boil and put them into the can and seal it, put the aromatics. The rest is history.
And which is so cool is you can keep them for a long period of time. And the longer you keep them with that beautiful vinegar and the alchemy of the liquid, it gets a great flavor. Whether it's onions, carrots, obviously pickles, and many others. It's fantastic.
And it's a great thing, you know. This one you can infuse a lot of the stuff in here. You can put basil. They have fresh picked this morning from the garden. This morning was very exciting. Do a walk through the garden. That's like my favorite thing ever in the morning. It's just before I create any menu style. That's like the most exciting thing. Do a walk through the garden. See what we
breathe in nature. You look at the colors of nature and you decide what to pick. We recommend you all do the same in your garden, and we all know your stomach doesn't have enough space for all that you cultivate. Keep it for later and keep it for later to share.
Oh, let's.
So Rafael, let's get going.
Let's go. So I have a pot of boiling water already. I got about 8 cups of water, and that I'm gonna add some. For this recipe, I'm gonna do white distilled vinegar I'm gonna do 4 cups.
So that's the white vinegar with 5% acidity. And you don't want to go too high as well, because then all your vegetables will become way too acidic and bitter.
Yes.
So it's a mild vinegar.
So this one you balance it out. The way to do is you balance it out with the sugar and all the salt, and it's gonna be perfect. So I'm gonna add some salt, about 2 tablespoons, so 2 pinches of salt in there. And I'm going to do
A little sugar.
a little sugar. You know what? Let's measure it so we'll be more accurate. So I got the sugar right here. I'm gonna do 2 cups of sugar, and that's gonna balance it out the sweetness and the vinegar and everything.
I'm having an emotional memory right now. This is what I used to do with my grandmothers as well. You know, and I know many of you as well, as a family exercise and as a young child, you would normally harvest the vegetables and the fruit and create preserves and marmalades and jams and compote, and you would do all those and you would help in the kitchen, and I'm having a little emotional goosebump of thinking of my grandmothers and all of us doing it as a family.
Like this was a perfect balance. If you taste it, Jean-Charles, you want to taste it? It's
Yes.
delicious. You know, the balance of the vinegar is just enough vinegar, the salt and the sugar, it's just perfect enough right there, right?
Fantastic. Fully agree.
Yeah.
Very important to taste all along the way. My grandmothers used to tell me, again, similar to Rafael, the balance is key, because you don't want to have too much acidity or bitterness.
Or too much sugar.
Or too much sugar.
Too much salt. Yeah. So you gotta like, it's all always if you think it needs, if you say like, oh my God, put too much vinegar in there, which we have the recipe for it, it'll be perfect. You can always, if you got too much vinegar in, add more water. If you got too much water, add more vinegar. So I see it either way, right? So for the next, we're gonna cut the cucumbers. These ones are fresh, baby ones.
I love
English
those.
cucumber from a garden, you know.
And we want to do them fine, but not too fine either, so they
So these are my,
stay with
actually,
time.
I'm gonna cut them, just cut them in half.
Yeah.
You know, cut them in half.
Oh, I see. So you're gonna do them long.
Yeah, long. So when you get 1 piece. So this was gonna be the melting with all the whole vegetables in there. So it'll be delicious. So one. These ones they've been cleaned, washed, ready to go too.
And this is so attractive in your kitchen wall. My grandmother had a wall, and she was doing it by colors. So you had the greens, the light pink, the white, the more pink, like the carrots. And she was really creating that amazing theatrical scene, or that color coordination that was marvelous. And you would be in the winter, you would see snow, and you would have the fresh from the summer gardens together. I like what you're doing here. You're adding a little
Jalapeno kick to it, you know.
You see, this is the Mexican in you. Jalapeno is everywhere.
So I just put everything in there. So that's why it's very important for the water to be boiling. Because you want to put it in and seal it, and that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah, and that's it. That's it. I'm gonna put a couple green beans in here too. All we're gonna.
It's gonna look beautiful too. I love all those colors.
No.
Maybe a few more reds in there.
Yeah. See this one?
Yeah, I love it.
Perfect.
Ooh.
And
This
why
is-
not? You know. Look at the baby carrots, JC.
Wow.
This is when they came from
You
the garden.
picked them up
Yes.
this morning in the garden.
Yeah. So we're gonna put this
And
one
the baby, because they evolve better over time, they become more crunchy.
more crunchy, and then also they're gonna be easy to pickle and with the vinegar and everything in there. So see.
I love this kaleidoscope of colors. I mean, again, let's show our friend how beautiful nature is and how much he has to give us. I mean, this is so marvelous in terms of coordination, colors, freshness.
See that? That we put in there. And of course, we're gonna do just a little couple more things, couple onions in there also.
So this is the pink Italian onions.
Yeah.
If you knew the flavor on the aromatic wheel, this is literally the dream. Maybe a little more. Here we go.
And I have some dill stem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put just one in there. So see,
Oh,
this is the seeds and Just put all in there. And I'm gonna do a mix of aromatics, which is it's a pink peppercorn, dry fennel seeds, and dry mustard. So the all is gonna go in there.
A little dry mustard is a great idea. Not many people do this. As I'm from Burgundy, I've always seen being done. It adds a great flavor to it.
So see all the colors in there?
Oh,
Gorgeous.
magnificent.
Let's put this to the side. And now we can put the, see the water, so it's boiling. This is like almost there. It has to be at least 200 to 200 degrees.
200 degrees, yeah. You want the water to boil.
To boil, yes. Yeah, you can like boil, and then if you want to be safe, you can always put them in a pot of boiling water too, so
Yes.
it like, seals it. But you don't want it like to the vegetables to keep cooking. If you put them on that, they're gonna continue cooking. This one's gonna be just perfect.
And you know, the vinegar, the salt, the sugar, all together is giving some wonderful flavors as well.
So now let's go.
We ready? Can I help?
Yeah. There we go. Pour it all in.
So you know what I'll do for everyone to see, just to look at the reaction. Look at that. I'm gonna go gently from the top, right? And you'll tell me when you want it to stop. We go all the way up,
All the way
right?
to the top, yes. It has
That's
to cover
it.
all the vegetables in there.
You see, it's like a magnifying glass now. We see those beautiful colors coming together. Here we go.
Wow.
Do we seal?
Yeah, we seal now.
We go, baby! Here we go to the next season. Ah, we did it!
And then that's it. Simple and easy, see?
And then we could put wax if we really want to push it.
Yeah.
And then you could always, as my grandmother did, brought them to the wine cellar next to the wine bottles. And as you go to the wine cellar, you can always think, oh, that's what I want. And they all age together. And time will give that amazing absorption of the vinegar into the vegetables.
And for these recipes, so I got the water for this. So we're gonna say the same water, same everything for the dill cucumbers we're gonna do next. And then this next we're gonna move on to Danelle has a surprise for us.
Oh, Danelle always has wonderful surprise. So let's go and see her. Dear friends, we again with the fabulous Danelle. And Danelle, I have for you today a very romantic new bracelet. This is a cucumber bracelet.
Is it gonna stick?
It always sticks on you. And Danelle is gonna show us with that beautiful vegetable, how do we make one of the best martini on the planet?
So I thought, since we're doing all this fun canning and jarring with all of our lovely vegetables from our garden here, that we would do a cucumber martini. And so I actually had fun going out to the garden this morning with Rafael and getting some fresh cucumbers, some fresh cilantro, and I'm ready to go.
Oh, well, Danelle, you have energy here. Danelle today is wearing one of my favorite pieces of jewelry. Look at that. Piece of crystal that comes actually way back from Colombia. We did the whole mounting and we programmed it very uniquely and specifically. And this programmation is?
This one's love.
Exactly. I knew it. It's all about love.
So I like to start out when I make my martinis by putting ice in the glass and letting it sit in the glass so the glass gets nice and chilled before we use it.
Great idea.
Yeah. So we're gonna do fresh cilantro. So just maybe a handful of fresh cilantro. You're gonna put it in your shaker, and we're gonna peel part of a cucumber.
You're really using both hands, Danelle, huh? Have you been always ambidextrous like this?
No.
It comes
new
with
skill.
It comes with cocktail making and mixology, right?
Right.
So 3 slices.
So 3 slices, nice fresh cucumber in there. We're gonna do about maybe half to 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup.
Okay.
A little bit more. And a half of a lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Squeeze that in.
Squeeze, Danelle, squeeze. We want the juice of that beautiful lemon from the tree again of Raymond Vineyards.
And we're gonna muddle this all together.
That takes a powerful, strong arm. I'll assist you in any way, shape, or form because I love Donnell's creation and I know this one is gonna be amazing. I'm a fan of the freshness of the cucumber, specifically with our vodka because the pure vodka is so good on its own, sometimes you don't want to do anything to it.
Right.
But you know, in the summer and having the freshness of the cucumber with the cilantro and the lemon, citrus, the green leaves, it's absolutely beautiful. Luckily, I've played tennis lately, so my arm is powerful.
Okay.
Is it to your liking?
Perfect. So now we're gonna add ice. And of course the JCB vodka.
So reminder for everyone, we make wine, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir. 4 months later, we blend it together. So white wine, red wine, and then we distill it 7 times and we lightly, gently filter it 5 times. So it's a very dense, rich, powerful vodka. The most expensive really to make in the world because it's made from Burgundy, Pinot Noir, and Chardonnay grapes. And this is the end result in our beautiful carafe. So it's something typically you love to have pure, but Donnell's mixology skills enhance it even further.
So we're gonna do 2 ounces of the JCB vodka.
Ooh. That was 2 ounces.
That was 2 ounces.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to shake.
Ooh. Now the magic. Houdini with Donnell is working on the magic.
Gonna dump your ice out.
So the glass is fresh and cold.
Fresh and cold. You can see the frost on the beautiful Passion Martini glass.
Which will be out next year. So we're very excited, of course, of continuing the Passion collection. Wine glasses in crystal, Baccarat, as you can see, that beautiful knot or heart, and will be released early 2021.
Perfect. So I'm gonna actually double strain this so we don't get any of the cucumber seeds or anything.
Great idea.
Yeah, so it's really, really nice and pure.
Love this color.
You can see there's a little bit
Greenish,
of
yellow
cucumber
color.
in
Yeah.
there, so you really,
Very good
get it
idea
out that
to
way.
do.
Now, the kicker,
Are you serious?
we're gonna put, I picked the Cholula green sauce, so you don't want it too spicy. So we're gonna do
Oof.
some
Oof.
dashes.
That was generous. You've been hanging out a lot with Rafa, I can see these days.
And we'll garnish it with a cucumber. And
Wow.
there you go.
And look at this. This is, of course, meant to go
It is.
with our lovely jarring. So
I've had it already this morning and it is amazing. It's
I'm
really
holding
refreshing.
it like the chalice, like the confessional moment of my life. The cilantro, the cucumber, the citrus is so inviting. Adoring it. A little bit of tart on the back end. Bitterness, just enough. No sugar, because I like personally my cocktail very pure. And the pure expression of what, the food have to offer. And then the density, the richness of the vodka on the back end brings weight and brings it in the middle of your tongue to your umami. Fabulous, Donnell. We'll be back with Donnell in a moment because she will show you how we do it now and soon with Blackberry. Now we're back with Rafael. So this morning we picked those irresistible, magnificent Blackberry. To go with Blackberry, it's a big debate. Do we go bubbles? Do we do dessert wine? Or do we simply stay in the heart of Napa Valley? So we made a big decision and we decided to stay in the heart of Napa. And why Napa? We recently renovated the incredible 1881 Napa house, the oldest Victorian house north of Napa town, at the juncture of the Oakville Crossroad. This is absolutely a magnificent place that speaks volume about the history of Napa Valley, the people who came, and the explanation of every of the AVA of Napa. We said we're going to make a wine that really speaks about the map, as you could see here, and of course, the beautiful house. So it had to be a Cabernet Sauvignon Napa Valley. But in addition, and I believe it's going to go very well with what we're doing,
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
we elected to make this wine exclusively with American oak barrels. This is actually the first time, Rafael, that as a Napa Valley winery, we embark into a similar direction as a few other wineries like Silver Oak, our neighbor, to really produce an incredible, powerful American oak cab. So I want to raise my glass to Napa Valley, to California, to all the people who came before us to settle and start this amazing region that we're enjoying today, and to all the people that will come after us to continue to improve on what we started. Rich and flamboyant and, you know, a very showy wine. This is a wine that is very impressive and is in fact getting a lot of accolades right now because of its approachability and richness, and I think great sugar content as well. The wine has a beautiful, supple richness to it that brings a little bit of crackers, a little bit of honey into it, some beautiful vanilla and toast, which will go magnificently
well with the toast and blackberries.
So you've made this?
Yeah, that's homemade brioche. You know, that's what we make every day.
Brioche from Rafael, really French style.
Really French
So
style.
flour, sugar, butter.
Yes. So for this recipe, I think we did one. I can't remember, but also I do have the recipe. We can post it. It's not a problem. So for this recipe, it's a 7 pounds. It calls big, right? So this is 7 pounds of flour, all-purpose flour, with 1 pound of sugar, 2 pounds of butter. A lot of butter. Can be good, yeah. 3 tablespoons of salt with 8 tablespoons of dry active yeast, 1 cup whole milk, and 2 cups of water.
So very healthy.
Very
At the end of the day, it's only flour, butter,
Yeah.
you know, and everything else.
These
So-
just mix well, you know, until they get a good double the size and but
smells
I mean,
beautiful.
I think we should do a recipe with it. I mean, a video with it, you know, a cooking demo. It'll be amazing. We'll be able to see
Let's do
exactly
it.
how it's done, and it'll be perfect. Now we should start it real quick. So next,
Let's do brioche.
yeah. So next, let's move on to the Blackberry gin.
Okay.
Simple and deliciousness.
Of course.
Why not? Let's go.
That's your expression, simple and delicious. This is the tagline of Rafael.
So
He has a tattoo in the back, simple and, if you turn, delicious.
you try one?
Yes, I did, but I will. Look.
Oh.
Oh, I should have done that better. How could I do that? Oh, we did it.
So for this recipe, it's equal parts. So that's 2 cups of blackberries, 2 cups sugar, with 3 tablespoons of apple pectin, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So this one, since I don't want to let it go waste because they're nice and ripe.
Yes.
So I'm gonna
And they're really
triple-
ready. Huh? Wow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna quadruple or 4 times. This is 4 times recipe. This is about 8 cups of blackberries, right? So this is gonna go into the pot.
Did we save a few for Donnell? Because I understand she has a little bit of a surprise with Blackberry.
Let's put a couple.
So let's put a couple on the side because I know she's going to surprise us again
All right.
with an unbelievable recipe there.
Let's put this to the side. Now, let me get it.
I'm removing this because we want to see you in full action.
Exactly, you know. So since we're doubling the recipe, I'm going to do 4 cups.
Ooh, are you sure that much?
Oh yeah, that's that much. Believe it or not. And I put them into the bowl. Then I'm gonna add my apple pectin.
And what does that do?
The apple pectin is gonna make it like let it sit and make it like a jam, like almost like it's almost like the gelatin, but it's all made up of the seed of peach.
Yeah.
Or the almonds.
Yeah. Put it together.
Bro, they grind all the seeds. That's what it is, a pectin. So that's when we do these ones. It doesn't really need that much.
Maybe I'll help. Huh? I just put one.
Just be generous, 1 full spoon, and
Here
then
we
that's
go.
it. Mix,
That's it.
and then
We mix.
We mix well. Then we're gonna start at medium heat. That goes all ends.
And for how long on the fire?
This one's gonna go until actually you gotta babysit. This one you gotta cook it. It's slow, medium heat, and until they reach.
Everybody needs to see this. This is so magnificent.
Until they reach the temperature 220 degrees. So you have to like do with a thermometer. In this case, I have a laser thermometer. So it's gonna take a while. So this will be like, maybe you gotta stir for like at least, it'll take at least 30 minutes. So you have to maybe see and stir it. So we should come back and
All right.
so we can show you the finished. Well, actually, you know what? We have the finished product in here. Let's see it. This is one of them.
Wow. You want me to open, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, give me a spoon because I really want to make sure we try the finished products right now. Up. Dear friends, look at this. So basically what happens, 30 minutes later, it becomes exactly like this.
You gotta let it, I mean, you let it sit upside down.
Look at this beautiful. Oh, the aroma. It's fantastic.
Let me do another one.
Yes.
Oh man.
Look at this.
We should put it in a piece of toast. Right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, let me reach here.
Incredible.
Look at this. So this is the toast with the brioche that we made, you know?
This is
This
is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So the beautiful brioche toasted.
See, nice and golden brown, like not burn or anything. So it's perfect.
And no butter, but we just go.
There's a lot of butter in the
bite.
brioche already, you know?
I'm going to trade my chocolate milk that I would normally have with this great dish, and I'm going to go back to the Napa Valley Cabernet. Faye Knudsen makes an incredible job with this wine.
It goes very well.
And the two together really complement each other.
Yeah.
And this is why it's fun. Maybe the only thing missing underneath is peanut butter.
You know what we're gonna do? We should add some of the wine in here too.
Yeah. Let's do a little wine. Well, that would be our own recipe.
There we go.
Maybe your glass too.
Yeah.
Here we are.
I love it.
You want to come close, Dylan, because this is
if you see, they
magnificent.
already start breaking down. They go quick since the two right. And from this time, you really gotta babysit them. You know, it'll burn if you walk away for a minute. You know.
Well, that looks stunning. So I suggest now we've saved a few.
For the now.
It's a fantastic recipe. Let's go and see the now.
Let's go. Yes, absolutely.
Now that we've had the wines, the 1881 Napa Cabernet, we are harvesting the fruit of this amazing combination with the lemon, with the beautiful blackberries. Rafael, this is amazing. Can we have a toast without toast? Cheers. Wow.
Everything is I love it.
Oh,